follow you around for a while, that you slept with 20,000 women. You made that statement. Now, and I gotta say, that's the kind of thing that you say, and then people bring it up later on.
Especially people like you, right?
Exactly. It's not just me. Have you seen? There's a clock in Times Square. Take a look at this thing. It's pretty incredible. I didn't think that.
Right. Okay,
Now, I'm curious.
Listen,
I'm curious. I want to know about my family share. That's the part I'm curious about.
Well, first of all, it was encounters. But, I thought maybe one of the reasons you invited me on the show was to give me an award from the Board of Education. Because whenever people see me now, they go, 20,000. And let's see, he must have started when he was like 15, and he's now maybe 55. So let's see, 20,365 into 20,000. And, and then...
So you're getting people thinking.
Not only that, I'm teaching them mathematics, which is really the whole story here, you understand?
I don't think that's going to be a word problem for kids. If Wilt Chamberlain is with 10 women on a train headed east...
That's right. There you go. That's right. And when he gets to Missouri...
God.
Right.
All right, but
on the serious side of that, though, just so women don't think me of being really whatever, the number was to make a statement about something, and it was not ever to sort of like belittle the ladies that I've known and make them just another number. In fact, in my book, they were a number, really great-looking numbers they were, you understand? But what I was trying to say in my book...
20,000.
20,000, right.
That's all I'm thinking as you're talking. I'm not hearing any of this.
There's nothing wrong with short romance.
You keep fading out and the number 20,000 comes in.
There's nothing wrong with short romance, believe me.
Short romance.
As long as it's a happy thing, going on, right, believe me. But the idea was to say that, sex really rules the world. And that, for men who think that having 1,000 different women is really cool, I have found out. But you have to first find out that having one woman 1,000 different times is what's really happening.
Oh. But how'd you...
That's what's happening. Now go ahead and
So you had sex 1,000 times with each of the 20,000. That's what I'm thinking now. I'm really impressed now.
It takes stamina.
All right, well, let's talk about another number, all right? Let's talk about the number 100 points in one game, which I believe was...
You've had experiences with sexual harassment, sexual assault over the years, some of which I think can be expected in the business, unfortunately, and we're hopefully getting to a place where that isn't the case anymore. But, I guess you've never shared all of these accounts publicly before. Why did you feel like now is the time to not only speak out, but to name some names?
Because of the Me Too movement. I mean, when that started happening, and I heard about so much of what was happening to other, whether they be actresses or anybody in any business, military women, whatever. I decided to share all my stories from over the years, hoping, honestly, that it would make somebody else feel like they weren't alone in that. It happens. And and hoping that men in particular kind of get it, like think about this. And you go, well, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you do this? Oh, hi, because I wanted a career. I was working on something. And there are so many stories of women, sadly, who, I just read one the other day of an intern working at the White House in one of the State Department, I think, who somebody made a play on her, pretty blatant one.
Yeah.
And she had to leave, and that was her career was over.
Right. The fact that the women are the ones being punished for all this, when it's such a power play, a sick, twisted dynamic. It's
and you don't go up against those people. People go,
no.
Did you report that? And about the particular thing that happened to me. Why didn't you report it? Oh, really? You're an out of work actress, who, ex-showgirl, you're going to go up against somebody who's a legend, and you're going to think, what do you think is going to happen to you?
Yeah, it's got to be hard to think about that too, because obviously the image you put out there should not have anything to do with how men react to you, but it seems like it still kind of screwed with your head when you were thinking back on what happened and maybe how it would be perceived by others if you did speak out.
Yeah, and it's funny, when I finally got started becoming Elvira. And when I would show up as Elvira, nobody screwed with Elvira. I mean, nobody.
Yeah.
I could be around a whole gang of bikers, and when they come up to my table to get an autograph or something, they turn into little whimpering little girls. It was
I
really
believe it.
There's just something about all of a sudden, nobody was grabbing at me, hitting on me. It was just like hands off. And the costume and the whole persona became this awesome shield.
Right? It's like a superpower in itself almost.
Yeah. I honestly, I think guys quit trying to do that thing, to me, which they've done to me all my life as a redhead,
And
yeah.
I was gonna say, was it cathartic for you to at least, I'm sure obviously it was hard to write this chapter in particular, but was there a sense of catharsis after you were done with it?
There was. I had never told anybody. Almost no one in the world knows about that.
Yeah.
My family doesn't know. Nobody knows. So that was the first, and it was very hard to write about it. And I'm still worried about backlash. I mean,
right, because obviously I'm talking to you before the book has come out, before it's been out there. We're gonna wait until the book is out to post this, but yeah. I'm sure. Are you worried or nervous about something, even though you clearly shouldn't be, because it's not your fault, and people need to realize that.
But you know what? They don't. I mean, sometimes don't. There are other celebrities who've done this kind of thing, and guess who gets blamed?
Yeah,
the girl.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our justice system right now, and Brett Kavanaugh. What happened to the woman that he did that? Where is she? What happened with her? He's on the court.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And it does, unfortunately, does fall on the women to speak out. And it's like, they shouldn't have to, and this shouldn't be a thing.
And then you speak out, and I'm sure she gets nothing but death threats and threats on her family and called names. And it's like, hello, she was the victim. She was the victim.
Yeah. I hope your fans are there for you when this comes out. I'm sure they will be.
I know my fans will be. Fans will be, because my hardcore fans are so loyal. So they love me no matter what. So I know if they're really a fan of Elvira, I don't have to worry about them. There's the ones who like Elvira maybe just for her cleavage or whatever.
Yeah.
And they may be turned off.
Hi guys, so I just wanted to come and touch on this interview that Cassandra Peterson, and she's also known as Elvira, for if you're over a certain particular age. I'm not sure if they, because I know they have some old school channels, cable channels, but I'm not sure if they still show her shows on cable, or maybe during Halloween you may see her. I thought they changed the Elvira. I don't know. I haven't seen Elvira in a long time. Let me just put that out there. But growing up, she did come on, in particular on the weekends, and then she was also hosting The Addams Family and some of the other dark side shows about vampires and, spooky type shows, right? And of course, she would do Halloween specials. But anyway, so I am familiar with her. I'm a little more familiar with her than I am with Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is not my generation. I was not watching NBA games. I don't know a whole lot about him. But what I will say is that when you hear about men, and I'm a woman, and I understand from my analytics, I have a lot of men clicking on my videos, and so you guys are more than welcome to get in the comments and say whatever it is that you want to say. I'm not here to try to upset anyone. I'm not trying to debate you on this. I am a woman, and I understand what that means to be one. So I do believe her. I believe that it is possible for someone to do that, especially when they have the type of character, when they view women as some type of notch on their belt. To my understanding, he said in this book that he slept with over 20,000 women. and to me that speaks to a person's character. Some men may look at it and think, oh my God, he slept with all these women. And maybe it's doing something for you. As a man, I'm not a man, so that's not. I don't respect that. I don't see that as something that real men should do. I think that that's no one's business how many people you slept with. And just from all of the images that I'm looking and me researching him, I see that he had a certain taste for certain people, and that's his business. That is his business. And so it's clear that she's someone that he probably would have approached, or if she approached him, I don't really know. I wasn't there. But I do believe her. I think that what she's saying probably happened. She's not, well, I don't want to minimize whatever the experience was for her. But she said that he kind of forced her to perform fellatio. Now, we don't know how many other women are going to come out behind this story coming out. I also see there's a story out here about he possibly had a child with a European woman, and then she put the baby up for adoption here in America. I don't know if it was ever proven that is in fact his son. The man, well, he's not a little boy. The man actually looks a lot like him, a biracial version of him, right? So I don't know. And to my knowledge, he do not have any other kids, which is surprising, especially if you're claiming you slept with all these thousands and thousands of women. So I don't know what the deal is with all of that. I understand that the years that he was in the NBA was a very different time in this country. So a lot of these women, even though they may have been running behind him, it was not something that they would have put out there. That's probably like the guy was saying that he was put up for adoption, that he was saying that his mother, she could not handle raising a biracial child. And so a lot of that was going on. And so it's possible that a lot of these women just didn't have kids for him because he was a black man. I don't know. But as we can see from the legacy of Wilt Chamberlain and going into all those other guys coming after him, you see a lot of these guys today, what they're doing, how they just, carelessly run around making babies with women they have no intention on being with. And people can say, it's not my business. It's not. But people make these stories and put them out here. And a lot of these girls now with all this social media stuff, they jump on social media and talk about it themselves. So the stories are out here. And I feel like he's probably the person who kind of spawned all this stuff out, right? Because I feel like there was at one time an image of the black man that was family oriented. And that's why I'm saying that. I don't think that, from the beginning of black people being in this country, we've just been watching this type of behavior. And like I said, I feel like the guys that are in the entertainment industry had some type of influence on everyone else. And so this is why you see and hear all these stories. And that's just my point with that. But let me know what you guys think about what Cassandra had to say about her experience with Wilt Chamberlain. She also stated that she is a lesbian. And I don't really think that holds on any shock value, but you can let me know if it does for you in the comments. But let me know what you think about this story in the comments, and how do you feel about her coming out now with this? I agree with her, it probably would not have gone over well for her, and then we don't know at the same time if she would have said something. But I'm glad that she is speaking up and she's trying to encourage those newer generations who have the ability to, seek justice in situations like this. If you go through anything like this, you can, report these things, and you should report these things. So I'm glad that she's saying that as well. But let me know what you guys think of this story, and I understand Some of you guys are probably Wilt Chamberlain fans if you're of a particular age, and you may just not want to believe this happened, and you're more than welcome to voice your opinions in the comments as well. I'm not here to argue with anyone about this. The man is not here to defend himself, and so I do agree in that respect. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video.